welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Dutchy. Oh, hello. And welcome back to my Confessions from the Closet series. This is episode 2. You guys absolutely loved the first one. I will link it below if you have not yet seen it because it's a banger. And I highly recommend you go and watch it after this video because good one. I took to my Instagram and asked you guys to DM me or email me your confessions from the closet. Now keep in mind, if you are wanting to participate in future, it doesn't have to be LGBTQ+ related. Obviously a lot of it is sexuality based, gender based, but if you're sitting there and you have a confession that is out of the ordinary, something that you are scared to tell or scared that other people will find out, you can also confide in me with those. Every response stays anonymous. So yeah, feel free to do that. This one definitely has a lot more, not just necessarily LGBTQ+ things. Super duper spicy. I'm excited to get into them, but yeah. So without further ado, let's head on into Confessions from the Closet, episode 2. I've recently found I'm into BDSM sub, but it's such a hard topic to talk about because people don't understand everything that goes into it. It isn't just about rough sex. There's so much emotional involvement and it's hard to find doms. None of my friends or family know. Now I love this, and this is another topic of taboo that no one ever speaks about. I should probably revisit this topic for you guys because it is something that is seen as so taboo, and it shouldn't be. There would be so many more people than you know out there into BDSM or forms or levels of kink that you don't know about. So girl, rest assured, I'm sure there's someone else in your friendship group that is into the same thing as you. But I understand it is a hard thing to talk about. It's a hard thing to express when people do not understand it. And yes, it is so heavily linked to stereotypes of BDSM people being into rough, super kinky, super, you know, like scary, crazy sex, and that does not have to be it at all. I myself have definitely dabbled in BDSM. I enjoy being dom, I enjoy being sub, and like I'm into like low-level forms of kink. Like it should be a lot more normalized than it is, and I feel like a lot more people are into it than they let on. So you go, girl. Thanks so much for sharing that. I love it. I love this one. I used to watch big titty anime as a kid and didn't know why I enjoyed it so much. Oop. Like I have nothing else to say other than that. I'm a bisexual in a relationship with the perfect man but never dated a woman. Conflicting feelings. I think this is just something you need to work through. You could date exclusively men and still know that you are bisexual. You don't have to date a woman to know this, but sometimes feelings can be solidified through experience and things with a woman. So I understand where you're coming from. I've said this before, I've had similar scenarios said to me. It's also what I went through. So if you are at a level where you're like, no, I can't live my life without knowing, even though I'm with the perfect man, then you just have to talk to him about it, have an open conversation. But yeah, if not, then if you're in a happy, committed relationship, Sol G. You are still valid in identifying as a bisexual if you have never dated or done anything with a woman. I'm a girl. I like to wear more masculine clothes, but my mum thinks clothes have a gender. Let me tell you, they certainly do not. I guess, and this is a thing I struggled with my mum too. She was always like, why are you wearing boys' clothes? Like, why do you shop in the guy section? And I was like, Mum, like, this is what makes me more comfortable. It doesn't mean that I'm confused about my gender. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean I want to be a boy. It literally just means I am more comfortable in these clothes. It's my style, fashion. And eventually she got over it. I think it's just something that comes with time. And like for a while there, I sort of just had to please her with things like wearing more feminine clothes and stuff. And I'm like at a point in my life where like for a while I was like so suppressing anything female. I was like, no, yuck, I don't want to wear that. And now I will dress more femme some days, more tomboy others. Like it's weird. It's like a weird thing I went through. But yeah, I guess it's just trial and error. Keep trying to wear the clothes you want to wear and keep telling your mum, look, clothes don't have a gender. They are literally fabric. Let me be me. I'm terrified to come out as non-binary to my family, as my sister is constantly saying that there are only 2 genders and people who use they them pronouns are basically being asked to be called it, and I know I won't be able to come out to certain family members without having to cut them out of my life. Why is it only LGBTQ+ people have to come out? Preach. And that's comp het at play. I did do a video on compulsory heterosexuality. Comp het is literally at the core of all LGBTQ+ issues, stresses, anxieties, everything. So yeah, I did do a video on that. If you wanted to watch it, I will link it down below. I'm so sorry that you have influencers and people around you saying that there's only 2 genders. Obviously, you know that coming out as that obviously isn't not necessarily not a safe option, but you know you're not going to be supported. So try and find someone who will support you, someone that you can confide in, will understand. We all understand here, so we're one big family for you. But yeah, that can be really tough. I have felt butterflies around some guys, but I don't think I'm really attracted to them. Does that make me bisexual? No, I don't think it makes you anything. I think that's something that you can figure out slowly. I guess butterflies is a funny one. I guess you can get that around anyone that makes you feel nervous. It doesn't necessarily mean you're attracted to them. I've had butterflies around people I'm not attracted to before in awkward or nervous situations. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It could mean that. But yeah, no, butterflies are a different feeling, I feel. My parents said I'm not allowed to date any girls when I came out as bi. I'm a closeted lesbian now, but I asked a girl out and now we're secretly dating. Could I please have some advice? I'm really struggling with what to do with my girlfriend and I don't want to break up. Don't break up. I think you can hide it from your parents for a while. Fortunately, being a lesbian means that you can have girlfriends over and call them your friend. Obviously, I know that's not what you want to do and it's not an ideal situation, but it doesn't mean you have to break up. You can still keep hanging out because a lot of the time, even if you did come out, people just think that 2 girls are friends anyway. So yeah, as long as like you don't openly kiss in front of them or anything, if you don't want to draw any negative attention to it, then you don't have to do anything. You can just keep it going, see how it goes, and then eventually if you did want to come out to them, if you start dating this girl for a while and things are going really well and you want to come out and be like, I'm actually a lesbian and I have a beautiful girlfriend who I've been dating for such and such. I want you guys to accept me. I understand if you need some time, but this is me. I'm a bi gal and I've had a girlfriend for almost a year now, and although I'm considering coming out, I have no idea how to tell them about her or if they'll even let us stay together. We've had so many amazing times together and she's helped me understand my identity more, but I feel like my parents will make me end it. Okay. Another one very similar to the one that I was just talking about. You know your parents better than I do, so I don't really know. If you think that they would actually make you do that, then maybe don't if you're really enjoying your time, because when you are younger, obviously your parents have a lot of control over when you can and do see people. A lot of the time, like before you have your license or a car, you rely on them to take you places and things. So if you want to keep seeing this girl and you're scared that your parents will in fact make you end it and maybe you won't be able to see this girl out of school or wherever you met her, then maybe don't. I know it's really hard remaining closeted and just wanting to tell your loved ones about your sexuality, but it just sort of depends what you value more in this situation, whether you could just handle being closeted with this girl for a little bit more, or whether you're just at that point where you're like, no, I need to tell someone, then obviously do. But yeah, I think maybe just make a list of pros and cons and then go from there. Hi Dutchy, I think I'm bisexual, but I'm worried that it may be a phase. How do I know for sure? This is honestly super subjective, different for everyone. I think it comes with time. It comes with really delving into your thoughts and feelings. Who are you attracted to versus who would you want to be intimate with or date or fall in love with, because those things can get super duper mixed up quite easily. Time, I know that's super cliche, I know it's probably not the answer you want, but time is probably my best answer. Writing down your thoughts and feelings, talking about them with someone that you trust. Yeah. Struggling with how to navigate flirting / dating with this girl since we're both in the closet. Hard to see if we're talking as friends or if this is a talking stage of dating. Help, lol. Oh yeah, fine line, especially between 2 gals. I guess you could ramp up the flirting a bit more, make it super like about her personality maybe rather than physical, because a lot of girls comment on each other's like features and clothes and stuff. That's quite normal for a platonic friendship or relationship. But maybe like comment on something about what she does or a little quirk, how you love it or something like that. Make it more obvious, and if she does it back or gets really like cute and like shy and stuff, then it probably is more, and if it's not and she doesn't really say it back, then it's probably just a friend. And if all else fails, you could just ask her straight up. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being honest and forward. It's cute. Now moving on to some longer ones. Hey Dutchy, so I'm 14 and a few months ago I developed a huge crush on one of my best friends who is a lesbian and realized I might be bi. I'm technically still in the closet, but I have told 2 of my closest friends. After a lot of questioning and confusion, I realized that I'm 99% sure I'm a lesbian, and I think it's a label that suits me best, even though no one has to label themselves. I'm comfortable with it. I still have a huge crush on my best friend, and I did come out to her and another friend as bi, but in a few weeks I'm going to tell them I'm gay. I'm thinking about confessing my feelings to my friend, but I'm not sure as she has a crush on another girl, so I think I'm going to keep that to myself. Thank you so much for your YouTube channel, as it has been a huge help in my journey to discover who I am. Hope you're going well, and I want to say I'm a huge fan. Love you so much. You are such an inspiration. I love you so much. If I could give you a big squeeze, I would. I love that. That was a good little confession. No real advice to say there, but love it. Hey Megan, I'm a 12-year-old gender fluid kid, and the gender I was born with was female. My sexuality began as bi, then realized I am now pan. I'm not sure if I'm pan or omnisexual. Closeted to all my family, but out to all of my friends. I experienced loads of homophobia by people that don't even realize what they're doing is being homophobic. I have some amazing friends that have helped me through so much and helped me become my true self. I've watched your videos since basically the beginning of your account, and your videos never fail to make me smile. I have the most supportive, amazing, and perfect girlfriend, bless, that I love more than anything. If this gets into the video, I'm gonna send it to her to make her realize how much I care about her. So if you see this, Dutchy, can you say, hi Summer? Hi Summer! I feel like I want to change my name to something more gender neutral when I'm older, but I'm not sure what to. Your videos are so inspiring and I enjoy all your content. Keep doing what you're doing. Love. Here are some pictures of a double-sided poster board I made. These are cute. I'll pop them in here. Thank you. So I have a huge crush on my best friend. We've been best friends for about 4 years. She knows that I'm bi, but I'm scared that it'll ruin our friendship if I tell her how I feel. Ah, yes, the old crush on the best friend. I've definitely heard that one before. This one is always, unfortunately, entirely up to the individual that has the crush. So that's on you, sis. Guess it's just a matter of feeling vibes, whether you're picking up vibes from them or not. It's a tough one. And it's really like, what do you value more? Do you think it'll ruin the friendship, or do you think it'll be something that you can both get over? Is it something that you can get away with not saying, or is it something that you can't keep to yourself anymore? These are the questions you need to ask. Again, maybe make a list of pros and cons and see how you go. Hey Dutchy, I knew I was bi for years, but I could not accept it till around half a year ago. I decided to come out to my parents earlier this week. My mum is acting all normal, but my dad is not himself anymore. They told me I'm not able to be in a healthy relationship when I'm bi. They think it would be better if I was just straight or gay. Now I cry myself to bed every night wondering if they're right and asking myself why my dad is acting weird. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Please don't think that way at all. Bisexuality is such a valid sexuality, and people need to understand that it's not just one or the other. It is bisexual and it's valid and it's how you're feeling. I know it's hard, but it's important to give them time. It took you a while probably to come to terms with it and realize your sexuality, so you should do the same with them, even if it is hard. Hopefully your dad starts coming around or starts getting back to normal anyway. It might be useful to show them a YouTube video or show them something on the fact that bisexuality is a thing, and it's not easier being gay or straight, and it's not easier, and you can't just be gay or straight. It's not a choice. It's also important to tell them that it's not a choice. It's not something you can change, and it's definitely not going to affect the healthiness of a relationship. This quarantine, I have figured out all the things. Preach it. I'm bi-romantic, non-binary, surprisingly actually like using they, them, and I'm grey asexual. I'm actually ace flux, which means I experience varying levels of sexual attraction and at the moment I feel none. I was not even aware that ace flux was a thing. That makes so much sense. Awesome that you've come to terms with that and you know. You've identified that within yourself. That's awesome. Awesome news. I've been struggling with doubting myself and being in denial over my sexual/romantic orientation and my gender identity. I've also been not as good to myself because I'm kind of mad at myself because I came out to my friend who's bisexual multiple times in the last few months, 4 times, and that's completely valid and okay to find out more about yourself. On the bright side, I found your channel when I first thought I was bisexual, and then I really liked it, so now I'm here and it's been a few months. The Discord is amazing, and I've also started watching our father, Jesse Page, because of this one video you made called How to Know You're Bi. So glad I could introduce you to our father. Anyway, that's all the things, and thank you Dutchy for being the best.
I'm not sure I understand.
Excuse me, Siri. Love you. Hi Dutchy. First of all, thank you for your LGBT content. It really helps me accept myself and give myself the opportunity to explore my sexuality without judging myself right away. You are so welcome. My confession is that I'm currently struggling with finding a label that fits me. I feel like I love people regardless of their gender, like pansexuals, but on the other hand, I feel like I'm more aware of their sex/gender. It kind of confuses me because I do have preferences, and the hearts not parts theme of pansexuals doesn't really fit me because those parts do matter to me. Okay. Yep, I feel that. I guess this is just one of those things where labels maybe aren't so important to you, and it's one of those things that you know who you're attracted to and who you like. Maybe finding a label isn't something that you should concentrate on for now. Maybe just falling in love with or meeting new people and figuring out that side of you and experimenting and stuff is something that you could focus on instead, and maybe put the label to the back of your mind at the moment. I know that's hard, and I know we focus on that a lot because I definitely did, but yeah, maybe just live for a while and maybe just see if something ends up like falling into place in terms of that, because yeah, labels aren't as important as we think they are. If it is important to you though, obviously you will find one at the right time. You will figure it out. But yeah. Hey Megan! Firstly, I just wanted to thank you for being so inspirational to me. You've helped me feel confident in who I am. Bless. I love that. You are so, so welcome. Now to my confession from the closet. I came out to a handful of girls in year 9. I was super confused but realized I wasn't straight and had a massive crush on a girl. The 3 girls who I came out to were all gay, and I thought I would find the support in them that I needed. Although they were very supportive, they pressured me to label myself. At the time, I felt like I had to label myself to fit in, so I identified as bisexual. Skip ahead to now, I'm in year 11 and I'm out to more people than I would have thought possible. These 2 years in the closet taught me so many things, the most important of which being never feel the need to label yourself for anyone else. I love myself more than ever now, and I identify as queer. Much love. Perfect outcome, and actually that links in so nicely to the previous confession. Labeling yourself as queer is perfect and such a great idea. It doesn't have to be anything specific. You know who you are, you know who you love and are attracted to, and that is all that matters. And queer, perfect. Hey Dutchy, my confession is that I have been questioning my sexuality for a few months now, and I've realized that I'm a lesbian. I came out to my parents as questioning and they were very supportive. Yesterday I also came out to my best friend as lesbian and she was also very supportive. I really want to tell everyone else, but my brain keeps second guessing it even though I know who I like. I can't wait to tell everyone though. Thank you for making your videos. They really helped come to terms with who I am. That's awesome. I'm so glad you have a supportive family and supportive friends. And yeah, it sounds like you're really at that stage where you just want to like scream your sexuality out into the world, which is awesome to hear. Like, such good news. I'm so proud of you. So I realized I was bisexual after watching lots of your videos and remembering I felt attracted to some guys while in high school. Thanks to your content and how you keep things real, I now understand clearly those feelings I had. I haven't told my parents yet since I fear what their reaction will be, especially my father, who takes every chance to make me feel bad about what I'm doing at the moment. I have told some of my friends and they were very supportive in their own timid way. I decided to tell them individually so their reactions are the most real possible and not limited by additional social pressure. I think this is the best way to actually see what they feel regarding my sexuality. Thank you for existing, Megan. I love you and your work so, so much. P.S. A little out of context, but you should know every time someone asks me about my celebrity crush, I say, Dutchy, no doubt. I love you for that. Great confession, and I am so honored and glad that I could help you in some way. Bless. Hi Megan, I'm questioning my sexuality. I'm 14 and I think I'm aro and or ace, but part of me thinks I'm too young or that I'm a late bloomer. I follow some aspect accounts and a lot of people have said they come out at my age. You would think that high school is a time to start having attraction to people, but I'm yet to have some. Thanks for covering this on your channel. I love you and have a great rest of your day. I'm so glad you're questioning. There is definitely no right or wrong age to be questioning or to be feeling those things though. But yeah, high school is a time where you do start realizing that you either are or you're not attracted to people. In saying this, I guess you could still give yourself time, unless you're at that point where like, if you know, because that is not determined by age. However, it could be like in terms of late bloomer, like it could be that it's still like coming and you just haven't experienced yet, or it could just be that you are, or it could mean that you are asexual or aromantic. Both possible options. Hello, hope you're having a good day. Here's my confession. I'm currently having problems with my gender and stuff. My transphobic and biphobic brother wonders why I hate him while he's here insulting any gender that isn't cis male or female. He obviously doesn't know about the problems I'm having, but hearing all the stuff he says about that part of the community while I'm probably part of it is messing me up even more. Making me have to worry about my family's reaction to whatever I figure out I am. I don't have many friends and they're all cis and have never questioned being confused about gender, so I have nobody to talk to about it either. No one knows and supports me but doesn't know the real extent of it. Another difficult one with a family member being homophobic or genderphobic. First of all, we are one big family here. We support you and love you, and if you need advice, feel free to reach out, comment, message. We have a Discord, you can talk to us on there. Secondly, yes, this is really hard. I guess here you have to sort of sit back and think or question what your parents would think, because if your parents can accept you and understand or at least talk to you about it, then that means more because they are your parents. I know if your brother doesn't accept it or is homophobic, he may obviously has no idea what you're going through or struggling, and that does not excuse that at all. He doesn't know that he's hurting you by saying those things. So it may just be worth telling them about how you've been feeling or what you think you may be, sort of thing, to sort of stop that and stop you feeling so negatively towards him and yourself, because that's not healthy or good for anyone. But yeah, obviously you know your family better than anyone, whether you think that your brother is actually that homophobic or that's just society shaping him, and because he hasn't known anyone other than cisgendered, you know, again, no excuse, but it's worth a shot. So they are all the confessions from the closet I have for you guys today. Again, I was inundated with so many. I apologize if yours isn't in there. I will be doing a part 3 because you guys seem to really enjoy this and really want to participate. So please keep sending yours if you are not getting them in. I can't possibly get around to all of them, or this would be like a 5-hour video. But please do even DM me so you can bump up to the top so I can try and find yours, because I really enjoy doing this series. I think it's super wholesome and important for you guys to hear about other people's struggles as well, and you can identify with them possibly or learn some things as well and get the same sort of advice that you're seeking. So thank you guys so much for sending them in. I'll be doing a part 3 soon, so keep an eye on my Instagram for that. And yeah, I love you all so very much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.